First of all, events that occur in ecological time affect life on the scale of evolutionary time. Ecological time is slower than evolutionary time. Basically, ecological time has to do with an ecosystem and how long it exists, while evolutionary time has to do with all living things or organisms and how long each species existed. The ecological time is an important factor that helps in studying important processes such as toxic algal blooms, eutrophication, and ecological succession. In an ecological timescale, certain constraints factors that retard a set of population from reaching its adaptive peak are analyzed. The timescale helps biologists study the processes of selection over a given period of time. Ecological time varies with evolutionary time, in that the former gives insight into the changes of an ecosystem within a span of time, a period of time. The ecological time scale is shorter than the evolutionary time scale, but there is some overlap populations involved over there, and this can affect the composition of communities and functioning of ecosystems. In the north of England, such populations changed the color of trees and killed the lichens growing on their bark, such that some insects became more conspicuous to predators. This ecological change led to a change in selection pressure that favored the survival and reproduction of dark variants and resulted in an increase in carbonaria. Using molecular methods, it has been possible to map the location mutation to a 200 kilobase region of the Betulia genome. First, it's critical to define what we mean by ecological versus evolutionary time. Ecological time is typically used to identify times of changing environments. This ranges from effects of an invasive species to climate change, and how it affects organisms and their interactions. Evolutionary time includes ecological time, since changing environments which includes changing organisms and their relationship to one another directly influences evolution. What is that? That said, it is common to present evolutionary time in terms of millions to hundreds of millions of years. Over such long time scales, species proliferate and become extinct. These are time scales difficult, if not impossible, to imagine. Evolutionary change that occurs in the ecological time scale is often termed microevolution, although really, at its base, it is not a distinct process.